everyone loves to come out to. Generations of people that have come out to this event.
All right, hey guys.
Changed forever. You didn't even have
my
it for the last 2
crazy.
years because of COVID. You brought it back
So
this
this
year,
is
and on a day that we should be celebrating and
of
only hearing pops
breaking
from
news.
fireworks.
Hopefully you can hear me.
Gunshots
This
that rang out
I
a
am listening
rooftop
to
there
a local
and took the lives of 6
TV
people
station in
and
Illinois.
changed
They
the
do a
lives of so
live
many others
coverage.
forever.
So
when we say 6 people,
we're coming here real quick.
Mom,
Here we
dad,
go.
brother, sister, uncle, niece, nephew, you name it. And one of the witnesses I spoke to earlier said it's not a matter of if
I'm waiting for them
someone
to do
who
a
has
live
died
update.
or been injured. I will know for sure someone who has passed away and have been injured today. So that just goes to show you just how tight this community is. You heard the mayor say just the number of heroes that stepped in to help each other, the selfless individuals who help get kids out of the way, help get kids to safety, help get elderly to safety as well. And the number of those stores and businesses that were a safe space or
so I'm just waiting
to evacuate to and flee
just
to.
waiting
and so the last time that we were listening into this task force, the Commander O'Neill, the incident commander there, he said this is still being considered an active shooter situation. Let's go live and listen into their news press conference.
All right, here we go.
One of the things when I start out here is I just want to remind everybody that the
Here we go.
information we have that's coming out is preliminary. We're trying to give you as much information as we possibly can in a timely way where we're not going to impact criminal investigation, impact the safety of those on the scene actively looking for this individual, or impact the safety of anybody else. So please keep that in mind. Information might change, okay? I'm going to turn it over to the commander. He's going to go over and talk about the initial scene response, what that sounded like, what that looked like.
Greetings, Commander Chris O'Neill, Highland Park Police, last name O'Neill. This morning at 10:14 a.m., Highland Park Police and Fire Department units were on scene for the 4th of July parade that started at City Hall at St. John's by the train station, which ran to Central Avenue and then west to Sunset Park. Around 10:14 p.m., we heard loud reports, which we perceived as gunfire. Highland Park Police parade units immediately ran to the plaza area, the source, to locate and identify the source of the noise and the gunshots and gunfire. We immediately identified that when people were down, that we had numerous people injured and shot. We communicated that information with our police dispatch, coordinated a medical response with the fire department, and began setting up a inner and outer perimeter, and also requested additional outside resources. We established a command post staging area here at the fire station on Central Avenue, and we continue to obtain information or gather information to try to coordinate who was doing the shooting and where that person was last seen. Firearm evidence was located on a rooftop of a nearby business that was secured. Suspect description that we had at the time was broadcasted on the police radio and shared with responding and on-scene units. Highland Park Police and fire personnel began transporting injured parties to the Highland Park Police Department, and additional resources helped us at the scene. We had an on-scene police commander, which was myself. Our patrol supervisor handled city-wide command for any other incidents, and then we had a commander assigned here at the fire station for the command post.
Most importantly, as far as the investigative aspect goes of this, and this is two-pronged at this time. Number one, we are aggressively looking for the individual who's responsible for the shooting. Number two, we have the criminal investigation that is occurring simultaneously. We're asking anybody with any video surveillance that they may have, please review your cell phones if you were snapping pictures in the area of 2nd and Central today. That could help investigators. They may see something in there that may be useful and allow them to proceed further with the investigation. Any business owners in that area, we're asking, please review your video surveillance. If you have any video surveillance of that area at that time, even if you don't see anything in there, we would love to be able to take a look at that so we can further our investigation. Again, the FBI is working in conjunction with us. We have well over 100 law enforcement officers out here on the scene doing the investigation on one side. and doing the apprehension efforts on the other. So this is very active. It's going to remain very active for the time to come. Investigation. We don't want to negatively impact. We want to arrest the offender and hold him accountable for his actions.
The building where the rifle was recovered and the statement.
I'm not sure of that right now.
Are there any threats online or social media against the trade at all?
None that I am aware of. Certainly investigators are combing through social media to see if there's any clues or any information that they can uncover through social media that might help them with the investigation.
Do you have any updates on the victims?
So as of now, we have approximately 24 victims that were transported to area hospitals. There's a number of hospitals. Some hospitals did require going on bypass due to receiving traumatic victims in such a high number of.
Enlarged. All right. So basically, I lost my signal for some reason. Let's see if I can get the feedback.
Around that point when they got
There we go.
close.
And on top of the building, is this a building where he's able to discreetly or hide himself during the shooting, or was he just on top of a roof in plain sight?
All indications is he was discreet and he was very difficult to see.
The information
That he might have stopped to reload. Some witnesses thought he might have stopped to reload.
That's something we're looking at. Certainly evidence technicians are going to collect the rounds that were discharged from the firearm. Another thing to remember, this is what is being considered as a very massive scene. It's very large. You have where the place at 2nd and Central, but as people fled from the area, there's evidence and other things that may have gotten caught on their shoes, kicked around. So it's a very large scene. We're very fortunate to have the support of the FBI, but we're not going to leave any stones unturned. We're going to look at every angle of this throughout the investigation and try to figure it out. As far as 8 victims, the Lake County coroner will hopefully be here for our 3 o'clock press briefing, and we'll be able to provide some information. What I know as of now, several of the deceased victims unfortunately perished at the scene, and it sounds like one of them was transported to an area hospital where they perished. Again, this is preliminary information changes, especially when there's close to 30 people transported to various hospitals. What I'll say right now is it was a high-powered rifle. I can't go into details just yet. We will release that information as soon as we can.
Yeah.
We walk a fine line with any criminal investigation where we don't want to provide too much external information that can negatively impact what our detectives are doing.
Is the targets or the people targeted for are in the parade or spectators or specific groups?
Yeah, it's a very sad situation where it sounds like spectators were targeted, and even those that were marching through. The parade was approximately 3/4 of the way through when the shooting occurred. So very random, very intentional, and a very sad thing.
Can you tell us anything more about that?
We are working really hard to try to pinpoint where they could be. I don't want to give bad information. It could be in the city, it could be somewhere else, but we're looking into it.
So basically,
It's a very large conglomerate of law enforcement that's working together hand in hand. The Lake County Major Crime Task Force and the FBI are leading the criminal investigation into this, along with Highland Park Police. They are very involved. Highland Park Police led the initial incident response and incident command when this was all rapidly unfolding. As far as the search for the individual, we have enlisted the help of several federal partners. We have the state police, we have NIFAS, we have other SWAT teams that are on the scene here and all working together to further that aspect as well. We're working as hard as we can. I mean, and we want to make sure that the information we're receiving and putting out is accurate, and that when the individual is apprehended, it's the correct individual. They're working hard.
The structure of the building. Can you talk about how or what they do to get on top of the roof and make a quick escape?
I might be able to provide that a little later. I don't have that right now. Let's do a couple more questions.
oh, they're gonna do more questions.
Sure. My name is Christopher Covelli, Covelli, and I'm the spokesman for the Lake County Major Crime Task Force.
Earlier that it was up to the community to decide whether it was safe for them to hold gatherings today. Is that because so many
Ways communities are going to look at it. Number one, you have a tragic mass act of violence that was random here today at a community event where people were gathered to celebrate.
Why is
and the
my
offender still has
internet
not been apprehended
unstable?
thus far. So, could this happen again? We don't know what his intentions are at this point. So certainly, we're not sure of that. And on the other hand, I think there's a lot of communities that are not looking forward to celebrating after something like this happens right in their backyard. As of right now, the information I have is there are 6 deceased. 6.
and nothing more about the
people in the crowd helping those who were injured?
There were, and I'm sure they will come forward in the days to come, but there were a number of heroic actions by members of the community, by police, by first responders that rushed in and immediately tended to the victims, tried to get them help. More to come on that later. Right now, our focus is on the investigation and catching this guy. So,
child separated from his parents, I believe. Any updates there in terms of a family needing to reunite?
So Highland Park Police has established a family and friends reunification post, and that's at the Highland Park Police Department. So anybody that's looking for somebody or anybody that got lost or separated during the event, they can go there. The reunification is happening there. Again, folks.
People are sheltering in place at nearby businesses there. Are they still being told to stay there?
Some people, business owners, employees of businesses have waited in their buildings for police escort. Right now, the SWAT team is escorting people out of those buildings, getting them to safety, and being there for them so they feel comfortable as their facility. But 3 o'clock, we'll be back. Thank you, folks.
Okay, so basically, that was the second update on the shooting at a 4th of July parade. So basically, the suspect is still out there. Other cities around that area have canceled their 4th of July parades just to be on the safe side. The suspect apparently is a white male between the ages of 18 and 20. So when they say that, they know who they're looking for, and they know what kind of weapon he used, but they're not saying. So right now they're in the process of looking for the suspect, and obviously, I don't know. I don't know if the suspect will be found alive. I don't know if he's going to commit suicide. I don't know. As far as all the victims, they had not identified the victims. Once again, they said like 6 are dead. 24 are injured. The evidence they found was on the rooftop, and police said that one of the weapons, we don't know if it's one of many weapons or one of the weapons they found was a high-power rifle. They did not say it's an assault weapon, so they just said a high-powered rifle. So basically, that's the updated version of this. I will be back at 3 o'clock Central to get you the next update. They should be doing that right around the 3 o'clock hour. So I'll be back shortly. Thank you for watching.